All right, boss. With your approval, I will release a short 1 minute video on explanatory of Elite, and this will be also featured on the website.
Let's
Am I good
go.
to go?
Hit
Let's
play on
go.
that
Let's
hot
get it.
fire.
Nice. And everyone, make sure that you let me know if you guys can hear it.
Elite is a trailblazing luxury apparel brand made for esports fans and players arriving from the world's esports Mecca, South Korea. Bringing the mixture of comfort and style, functionality, and that special something that makes up the Elite brand, our clothes are just as variable as you are. Whether you're shopping, gaming, or just relaxing, Elite apparel has the right stuff for you. Don't settle for anything less than perfection. Don't settle for anything less than Elite. We let our passion for esports inspire us every day. The result? The best luxury esports apparel on the market, and a great addition to your wardrobe and gaming setup. Visit our store today and get yourself your own Elite gear. Elite is a
Bro, and that was the
Man.
very first look at that. Now I'll keep it cycling though.
Man, I don't know what I want more, to visit Korea or get all the gear.
I think you got to do both at some point in time, man.
Yes. To walk through that airport in my Elite gear, they're gonna know. They're gonna know right away who I am, where I'm coming from. Yo, that was an epic video. There's lots of questions to be asked. I don't know, man. Me and you, we talk every day, so interviewing you is a bit funny. but we can go ahead and start with a question that you answered when we launched Whale as well, and there was a beautiful sent post on that you did a wonderful job writing up. The why, right? So if we can start with that, we kind of give everyone an idea of why this is occurring. So we'll start it off with that.
That is the perfect question, dude. And once again, I love speaking with you. Whether that's in an interview format or whether that's just for the whale community itself. But hitting the nail on the head, why? It's the perfect question. So the basic whys, I think there are three main reasons why, and one of them actually pertains to how the idea came across. From the first perspective or first point is that while you guys have never seen me on stream or you guys have never seen me in real life, I'm very much interested in fashion, very much interested in apparel, dressing nicely. Man, I got closets that have like 60 at least 60 suits, right? So for me, it's really been a strong passion of mine to look for the best t-shirt, to look for the best suits, to look for the best collared shirts, and really, it's just been a passion of mine to say, hey, could I one day take all of that experience, whether it's through my journey through a three-piece suit all the way to athleisure, can I take that passion and can I take that expertise and build something that's going to be wonderful for everybody, right? So that's really the first reason why we decided to create Elite. It's simply because I love fashion, I love clothing. Might not sound like it sometimes, but yeah, it's just a huge passion of mine. The second reason why is because I think all of you do know, but I did start Team Mythic in Gods Unchained with a bunch of partners. Once again, they are the best players in the game, and it was a very epic adventure. It continues to be a very epic adventure. And what happens is that during the course of setting up this esports team, the first professional esports team for Gods Unchained, I was looking for a uniform, or I was looking for some way that our players, when on stream, could really look great, while at the same time be comfortable. And while I was looking through the options that we had, everything was dropship, right? So everything was dropship. It was hey, we're just going to take the cheapest we're going to take the cheapest t-shirt, we're going to take the cheapest hoodie, we're going to slap a logo on it. And, when we slap on the logo, it's not even going to be a really professional process either. We might add a few lines, we might add a few dots, and really that's it, right? So, the lack of options for really high quality esports apparel in the market just wasn't there, right? It completely is absent. And if you do look at a lot of the esports apparel that you see today, number one, it's a standard template of a hoodie, a standard template of a t-shirt, a standard template of a baseball cap, and all they're doing is just slapping a logo on it, right? I felt that we could do much better, and I'm sure we'll talk about the differences between the clothing that you see on the screen, as well as what we create here at Elite. And the third reason why is, from an investor standpoint and from a business standpoint, the trend is your friend. Now, we all know the epic growth that esports has been having over the last 5 to 6 years. Whether you look at esports, whether you look at the growth of Twitch, basically what you're seeing is a growth into a multi-billion-dollar industry. Now, when you're in a multi-billion-dollar industry and you have such a large gaping hole there, it's very difficult to miss. And given my previous expertise in apparel, product development, as well as branding, I thought myself with the team in Korea were very well positioned to be able to get into this market. So those are the main reasons why. And it's been an epic journey. We've been designing, getting ready, testing. I'd love to talk to you guys about the QA or the quality assurance later on. But it's been an epic journey in just creating the world's best clothing.
Amazing. So you dropped some gems on there. Fashion passion. The trend is your friend.
You like the rhyming, right?
Yeah. You're sick. This is exciting stuff. It's kind of a first in the space, right? Having a loyalty token is something that is relatively new. It's been around with like the punch card method that they use in stores or cafeterias or whatever. But this is kind of taking it a step forward. Why another why is why do you think this doing it this way is important?
Again, fantastic question, starting both with whys. I think for Elite, there has to be some way to reward your shoppers. But more importantly, in this industry that we exist in now today, it's even more important to reward your community, right? Because the success of any single project is determinant on the community. Remember what we one of the catchphrases that you developed actually is strong community, strong coin, right?
Nice.
And it is very, very true. If you are able to reward, if you are able to rally a community behind you, behind a brand, amazing things can be done, right? I dropped out a cheeky comment on Twitter the other day saying, hey, do you remember what happened the last time we dropped the social token, right? Once again, a little bit of a cheeky comment down there. But the reason why why Whale is the largest social token on the market by far, and even if you add in liquidity into the equation, it's because of a strong community. It's because of strong ethics, strong principles, a strong brand, a strong leadership team, and a strong community. So really, that's what we're also gunning for Elite, and the loyalty token itself, Elite. We're looking to use Elite to not only reward our shoppers. So basically, and we'll get into the mechanisms a little bit more towards the middle of the conversation. But basically, what happens is that every single shopper is going to get 5% of their money back in Elite tokens, right? So it's a 5% reward. What I wanted to do with this is really disrupt the way that the loyalty points market is working, right? So Alegria, I mean, where you are right now, or when you're back in the States, you hop across to your local supermarket. They're going to give you loyalty points, right? Do you have that loyalty points card in your wallet?
Yep, I've subscribed to the tracking method.
And the question to you, so when you earn all these loyalty points, or when you go to all these clothing brands and they give you loyalty points, what exactly can you do with them?
Well, just get discounts basically, because it's not even like you can go to the ATM and get your money out. You're locked into that specific store or brand, and you have to shop there to redeem it.
Absolutely. So you get loyalty points that, again, like money, or anything outside of crypto, doesn't really belong to you, right? You can't take those loyalty points that you have from Dwayne Reed and sell it to the guy on the street. You can't take your Dwayne Reed loyalty points that you have and give it to someone else, right? It's just not possible. And given the very fact that these loyalty points are supposed to reward you as a shopper, basically what I wanted to do was take the opportunity to use the launch of Elite to also launch a new brand or a new animal pertaining to loyalty tokens, where the shoppers and where the community are fully in charge of their loyalty reward points. And again, basically, everyone is very familiar that the Elite token is based on an ERC20 standard. So essentially, it can do anything that any Ethereum-based token can do. You can hold it. We might do some liquidity mining. You can give it to your friends. You can split it into 4 decimal points. You can sell it. Wow, that's an instant 5% cash back. And imagine what happens if the demand for Leet becomes so intense that maybe one day that 5% that you actually hold from your first purchase becomes actually worth more than the amount that you paid for that piece of apparel, right? Can you imagine how crazy that would be?
That blew my mind right there. Stop. Yeah, no, definitely a paradigm shift into the way shopping can be done. So that right there, I hadn't even thought of that. Like, your gear might end up being free, or or because you purchased it, now you have so much more buying power. It's incredible.
Correct. And in addition to that, I'm very happy to announce, and I see that Leandro is with us as well. Everyone knows Leandro as the founder of Crypto Motors and Voxel Architects. Essentially, you're going to be able to use these Elite tokens to purchase metaverse clothing. And once again, that's you can not only purchase a physical item, and you not only will receive a collector's NFT to prove that and I'm sure you have questions around that, but to prove the authenticity that this really did come from Elite. But on top of that, you get Elite tokens, and Elite tokens, you're going to be able to purchase enhanced versions of those physical hoodies, of those physical t-shirts to wear in CryptoVoxels and to wear in Decentraland.
That is something that I'm sure can appeal to many people here, because we love the metaverse. We love to show off our personalities in the metaverse, and this is a great way. It's like, oh, I own this in the real world. I also own this enhanced, color changing version in the metaverse. As soon as someone sees you, they'll know that you have that piece in your actual closet also. So it's pretty dope, pretty dope stuff. Leandro, thank you for jumping in or coming in the stream, because the work that he's doing on the modeling is insane. I don't know if we'll get to show it today, but trust me, it's out of this world.
I mean, I can drop a few teasers here, but I think what we're going to be doing is for every version of an Elite clothing, we're going to be releasing 2 digital versions. One digital version is going to be a 1-to-1 replica of the actual hoodie or the t-shirt or the cap that you buy, and the second one is going to be an enhanced version. Just putting your mind past this. I mean, once again, the virtual space or the metaverse is a place for you to become something beyond what you can become physically. Can you imagine having an Elite hoodie, and let's say it's called a dragon version, and you got these huge dragon wings just flapping behind you? Can you imagine that?
Yeah, I think there's some possibilities that like someone said in the chat, you're a good thinker. You blowing people's mind in 5 minutes, but what the community is going to do with it is also the real like the real like awe-inspiring thing, because we've seen it with Whale and things like with art and stuff. So when the community gets behind it, I'm sure that even me and you are going to be surprised, right? So that's something super to look forward to.
Absolutely.
I love the tag phrase "Wear the victory," by the way.
Dude, funny. Okay, so funny story behind that. So basically, we have two catchphrases here. So we have elitist, right? So 1337 IST. Once again, it's not a poke at saying, hey, I'm more elite than anybody else, but that's what I'd like to call the community, elitist. But then after that, where the victory actually came from one of our Korean marketing consultants, right? And we went back and forth on this catchphrase quite a bit, because when you look at where the victory, it's really not grammatically correct, right? To the Koreans, they were like, yeah, this is amazing, right? Where the victory. But, to me as the founder and a native English speaker, I was like, is that grammatically correct? I actually got overturned on this. And as we expanded the team to internationally, they saw the catchphrase "where the victory," and I kind of got outvoted. And it seems that people really, really do love the fact that elite is about wearing the victory. I mean, if you're playing League of Legends, if you're playing Overwatch, if you're playing a variety of games, the key marketing message when you do win is victory, right? From a branding perspective, what we wanted to provide purchasers and wearers of elite is that sense of empowerment that, hey, if I wear this, I am going to be victorious. It's the same thing with white collar, gold collar workers. Before you go into a boardroom meeting, you strap on that 3-piece suit and you feel empowered, right? What we wanted to do was have elite be the uniform of a new digital generation. And basically, when you wear that on, that is your power suit. That is your 3-piece suit. And whether you get on stream, whether you're getting on your mobile gaming, whether you're going out for a night at the club, I want everyone who wears elite to feel empowered and to say, hey, I'm proud of being a gamer. I'm proud of being from this new digital generation. I'm proud of being elitist. And, I'm just really empowered to succeed in all walks of life, digital or physical.
Amen.
Amen, dude. Sorry, I love, me. I just love empowering people, right? And I just found that, if I can empower people through their clothing, like a nice bespoke 3-piece suit does for me, then I've done my job.
Yes. Feel good, look good, feel good.
Correct.
So we're gonna have a bunch of good-looking gamers out there, and also feel great. Can you tell us a little bit about the clothing itself? I know it's designed with gamers in mind, and with certain things that are needed for those long bouts in front of the screen.
Absolutely. So, and again, that's really the key question here. Why is Elite the world's first luxury esports apparel brand? And everything boils down to the product. When you look at a lot of clothing brands these days, they rely on the brand, they rely on the marketing, they rely on the spokesperson. It's no longer become about the quality of the clothes itself. And that's really, while we do have the brand, we do have the marketing, and we do have much more. At the end of the day, if your product is shit, no one is going to buy it, right? And no one is going to come back and buy it a second time. So I mentioned just now, it was an 18-month process to develop out all of these items, right? And honestly, in our first launch, this is called the Elite Signature Collection. There are only 7 items. So there's 2 caps, 2 t-shirts, 3 hoodies. The reason why it took 18 months is because we started off with 3 months of market research. I had my team in Korea going to all of the major cyber cafes, doing observational analysis in terms of looking at gamers. And everyone knows that, gamers in Korea are fanatic. And then after that, actually running surveys with many of them, asking, what were they looking for in clothing? And, when they came back to us, they were saying, hey, I want something that looks good, but I want it to be comfortable. I want something that is comfortable, but at the same time, I want it to be durable, right? I think gamers are really spoiled because basically a lot of when you have a gaming PC, it's at the top of its range. It's top performance. When you have a keyboard and a gaming mouse, again, it's top performance. So I think they also expect their clothing to be top performance. And we basically started off with that development philosophy in mind. So getting specific into your questions, why don't I use the example of the hoodie, right? It's an 80%, 20% tactical cotton polyester blend. And basically, it's a custom blend that is proprietary to the factory that we partnered with. And what it enables you to do is the material itself is stain resistant, shrink resistant, allows breathability, while at the same time allows you to keep warm in air conditioned environments. I was walking around the streets in Hong Kong the other day, 22 degrees, wearing this hoodie, felt absolutely perfect. Felt absolutely perfect. It was nice and cooling, but at the same time, I keep my hotel room down to 20 degrees Celsius, right? And I put that on, and I'm absolutely great and to sit down here at my computer for the next 6 hours. In addition to that, just looking at the behavioral analysis of a gamer, you're sitting down a lot. And one of the things or issues I've had with hoodies is, there are not a lot of hoodies that really keep your stuff safe, right? We're used to these hoodies where they have a big gaping flapping hole at the sides. You can put your arms in, but at the same time, if you're putting your keys and you're putting your wallet in there, once you sit down and once you're shifting about a tiny bit, you're going to lose your keys, you're going to lose your wallet. So what we did is we made sure that every single pocket that we do have on these hoodies have a zipper, right? Now, just specifically talking about the zipper itself, we could have gone for a cheap, small zipper, but what instead we decided to do was we decided to reach out to the largest manufacturer of quality zippers, which is YKK. And then after that, we asked them for the largest ass zippers that they had in their inventory, right? It turned out to be an amazing design point because, again, the gold zipper really stands out nicely on the black. But basically by doing that, you can do things and you can actually find the zipper tab without even looking, where you need to pull, right? So once again, in an air-conditioned environment, your hands get numb, you're doing something else. Sometimes you just want to get something quickly out of your pocket. By actually having that large zipper, you're able just to zip it out, take out what you need, and zip it back up again, right? A final point on the hoodie is, again, gamers, and I think you guys have seen my setup. And I'm wearing it right now. I've got a huge ass pair of headphones, right? My other gripe with hoodies, and I have many hoodies, is that usually the hood is too small. Maybe some people like that tight feeling around their head, but I can tell you that a lot of people do not, right? They want to be comfortable when you're wearing a hoodie. So in terms of the hood for the hoodie itself, proportionally speaking, we made it significantly larger than anything else in the market. And what you're able to do now is you can wear your noise canceling headphones, flip the hood on top. The silhouette of the body is extremely tapered, so it really looks nice. But at the same time, that hood allows you to have that sensible room to be able to wear those bows or to be able to wear those Sony, noise canceling headphones without you feeling that your head is being strangled to death, right? So I just wanted to give the hoodie as an example. But really speaking, I mean, it was that same amount of detail and care that went into our t-shirts, that went into our caps as well. Just really looking at the gamer, looking at their lifestyle, looking at all of their pain points, and developing something from the ground up, and really creating clothing on steroids for them. Sorry, extremely long answer, but I'm extremely passionate about the product development process.
Definitely need to highlight those points because they're all very good. Some people don't have headphones, but they just have big heads, like someone in the chat. So we can all appreciate those fine details, especially the pockets with the zipper. I know Moose is a fan already, and she's already requesting custom hoodies with thumb holes. So be on the lookout for version 2.
Absolutely. I mean, just to Rude Moose's point, I mean, I love, again, I know that it's not mainstream yet, but I love that as well, right? I love it when you can actually keep your hands warm by sticking your thumbs in with thumb holes. When you look at the dropship items that they have on the market, what they do is they just cut out a hole there and then you stick your thumbs in, and basically that hole just becomes bigger and bigger over time. Why don't people really think about how can I answer some of these issues that people are having with the longevity and the comfortability of these items, and say, hey, if I'm going to do a thumb hole, I'm going to do it right. So Rude Moose, I can guarantee you that if we do develop a thumb hole, it's going to be reinforced. It's going to be comfortable. We might add another 1 or 2 more things in there, so that it's going to last you for 5 to 10 years and not 1 or 2.
Excellent. Yeah, definitely I can see a lot of that. But with the quality and time these products are made, right? And they're also limited, right? I think you mentioned that there's 3,000 of each.
That's correct.
That almost makes it a collectible because it's just so well done that, like, yes, you can wear it and you can like wash it and get it dirty, but do you want to? So if you can speak a bit about the scarcity and the collectability of these items, that'd be cool.
Sure. Alegria, I think you're asking about two questions here. So you're asking about, do I really want to take it out of the packaging and do I really want to wear it, right? So you're talking about quality and you're also talking about collectability. So I'll touch on both. I don't know how familiar the audience is with the way that your clothing is quality checked. But just so that I can give you guys, a very broad view on it, right? So basically, I'm talking about major brands like, I don't want to name them, right? But they all manufacture in Korea, and we do understand what their process is. Basically, what they do is after manufacturing, let's say they manufactured 100,000 items. Basically, what you have is you have an inspector come into the factory, take out one box, check one or two, said good to go, and then we're out of here, right? That's not what we do. I'm very proud to say at Elite, we check every single piece of clothing. And we don't only check every single piece of clothing, we check every single piece of clothing 3 times. So our process is basically as follows. Once it comes off the manufacturing process, and once again, a lot of this is handmade and hand-stitched, we actually have a team at the factory who checks through 10 different points on each different type of apparel. So we're looking at the stitching, we're looking at the printing, we're looking at the zippers, 10 points for each individual item. So that first part of quality assurance happens right after it gets off, and it's not a production line, but that manufacturing line. The second time it happens is before it gets packed. So immediately once before it gets packed, basically what happens is there's another check. And I'm not saying checking out of, let's say we manufactured 5,000 items. I'm not saying we're checking one. We're checking every single one of those 5,000. In addition to that, after that, because I do want to make sure that there's no degradation over time. So again, once those are shipped, we actually hold them in a special holding area for 1 week, so we can make sure that folded, printed, and everything it's all in good condition. So 1 week after it gets shipped out of the factory, we have another team that stands there and they go through every single item again 10 times. And once again, that it's pretty insane, right?
Yes.
In addition to that, every time something rolls off out of the factory, what we do is we take it and we wash it. We take a couple of them and we wash it 100 times. And I do see a message saying all my black clothes are not black anymore. Ken Wolf, I'm wearing a hoodie right now that's been washed 50 times and it's still very, very black. We take them to professional washers. I personally wash them at home. We go through, my minimum requirement is for all the items, we go through 100 washes just to make sure, number one, there's no shrinkage. Number two, there is no loss of color. And once again, you are going to have limited loss of color, but it's still very, very black. And number three, it does not degrade the logo or the designs that are on the clothing itself, right? So that happens. And then it's only after through that entire quality assurance process, and I can tell you it's an extensive process, before we send it to the distribution center and it gets shipped out. So quality is a huge factor of mine. So that's the first answer in terms of speaking towards quality. When I am talking about collectability, you guys know me, right? Together we are the largest collectors in NFT land. How could I do anything without adding an element of collectability behind it, right? So Alegria, as you mentioned correctly, each collection will only ever have a total of 3,000 items. 3,000 items, that's it. And it's not going to be all 3,000 items manufactured at the same time. With each collection, we are only releasing 300 per quarter. So basically what's going on sale on December the 15th, there are only going to be 300 of each style of item. But in addition to that, I'm not saying that they're going to be 300 of medium, 300 of large, 300 of small. I'm talking about 300 for small, medium, large, XL, as well as an XXL, right?
Okay. I gotta get my clicker finger ready.
It's again, I think you guys know me by now that profitability comes after you have a solid product and you have a solid value proposition. It's profitability is never and should never be the core driver for why you start anything at all. And what I wanted to do was make sure you had that element of collectability when you do buy these items, so that number one, you feel really proud that when you wear them, the brand itself really encaptures your passion for the digital, for gaming. At the same time, if you did want to frame it up and hang it up in your room and think, hey, maybe this is going to escalate in value one day, once again, I wanted you guys to be able to have that as well. One of the additional things that we will be doing as well is whenever you do buy any piece of Elite apparel, we have designed some very, very cool NFTs to actually provide you a proof of authenticity. And it's still in progress, and it should be ready by the time that people start purchasing. Once again, these NFTs are going to be sent to you 30 days after purchase, just so that we can ensure that there's no returns or no exchanges happening before then. But our authenticity tokens are going to be artwork. They're going to be artwork. So basically, what you get, buying a Elite hoodie is you not only get the hoodie, you not only get Elite, which is your social token to be able to trade, to sell, to buy metaverse apparel, but you're also going to get an authenticity token, which is an actual piece of artwork that if you have a mural or you have anything, you can hang up there and you pretty much own it. And if you do decide to collect it and hold it for the next 10 years, when you do sell your hoodie, you have the authenticity token to say, hey, look, it's coming from the Elite address. This is when it was sent to me. It's for reals, right?
That used to just, we get so much by buying one. It is high quality material. It might be a little bit more on the expensive side for some people, or for for a basic tee, but it's not. It's so much more than your Hanes your Hanes Ultra Comfort tee. And that's important. I mean, not only do you get to look great in your gear, but also prove that it's yours on the chain. You get your get Elite token back. It really kind of creates its own, I don't know, like community around it, right? Like you can show it off in so many places. Man, you're blowing people's minds, right?
Thank you. I mean, I've had a lot of time to think through this. I've had a lot of time to, how can I join my passion for fashion, as you put, right? How do I join my passion for fashion, as well as my passion for blockchain, right? And just going through this process, we might not be the largest clothing brand ever to incorporate the blockchain, but I can tell you in the functionalities that we're looking for. We are probably the most in depth, and we are probably the guys who have the most amount of expertise in being able to join our experience in blockchain with a fantastic apparel brand. Just a side note, and this is kind of like an Easter egg to you guys. When I started Elite, it was a real struggle for me to understand: did I want to position this as a esports brand, or did I want to position this as a blockchain brand? Because honestly, while I love Ethereum and while I love Bitcoin, the idea of wearing a Bitcoin cap or wearing an Ethereum t-shirt is kind of a little bit tacky for me. So, while we do brand ourselves as an esports brand, I can tell you that a lot of love and a lot of attention actually came from the blockchain.
Right. There's sorry, I'm just reading a few of these really good questions here that even I want to know.
Sure.
Let's see if we can jump into this, because they helped me with the interview, so this is perfect. Do some of the items have numbers on them in order to like we do on the chain?
So we have not serial numbered this collection, right? But I was thinking about for next collections, including a physical certificate of authenticity with future items. Again, I think there were some manufacturing challenges that occur when you're trying to print like 001, 002 and whatnot on the clothing itself. For this range, it's going to be non-serial numberized. But again, I think while I love having serial numbers, at the same time, I do want this first launch to be as democratic as possible. So everyone who does buy the signature collection from Elite on this first range, it's everyone is going to have the same item.
Cool. And then also, if you really want to get elitist, then you look at your token number for the authenticity token.
If you guys don't mind, and you want me to Sharpie it out on there before I send it to you, would be more than happy to travel down to the DC to do that. But
nice. That was a signed signature piece. Come on,
a signed signature piece with 001, 002 would be more than happy to do that for you guys. Can't get back to Korea at the moment, but we'd absolutely do that for you guys.
Cool. Yeah, that's a hit. People want that. So get your Sharpie ready. I'm trying to look through more of these questions here.
And I see Justin saying 1 out of 300 XXXL. Justin, I can guarantee you, once we have this first launch, even if I have to make one piece for you that is XXXL, I will definitely do it for you. Right? I'll find a way to do it for you. I'm a huge fan of making sure that this is extremely democratic. And again, the price point that we're running at, it is higher than most hoodies. But at the same time, you're not talking about like Gucci or LV level pricing down here.
Right.
So we are trying to make this as democratic as possible.
Right. And question from Lange. He's asking for pants. If you can give us a bit of that. I know it took you 18 months, to kind of come up with these pieces, but what are you thinking of in the future? Like where are we going to see the collection going?
That's a fantastic question. I mean, so far the issue with pants is they're not as versatile as tops, right? So basically, when you're looking at a hoodie or when you're looking at a t-shirt, people are usually pairing it with jeans, they're pairing it with runners, they're pairing it with I think in the video you saw the guy pairing it with a suit. From a pants perspective, if we do develop a pants, I can imagine that we might go with a maybe we'll start with the sweatpants first. So a nice tactical material-based track pants. Honestly, whenever I'm wearing my Elite gear, and I can tell you guys I wear it every single day. As a founder, I do have to not only rep the brand that we're creating here, but also test it. So you can feel free, you can be rest assured that all of these items, they're being worn by WhaleShark on a daily basis. I think we might foray into sweatpants. I think that might be a really nice look. Honestly, I've been pairing it mainly with jeans, with a suit, as well as with runners, right? So it's really giving off a very nice athleisure vibe, and I can definitely see the possibilities of doing that. From a product development perspective, I mean, it took 18 months because we were trying to find the foundation in terms of what we could build off of. Moving forward in the future, we are planning to release new products every single quarter. And once again, they will follow the same development and scarcity structure that we have today. So again, any single thing that we develop for the long term will only have 3,000. Right? At that same time, what's looking forward in the future, I guess, from a product line expansion standpoint, I'm looking at long sleeve t-shirts. I'm looking at hoodie t-shirts. I love that. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I love that style where people wear a hoodie along with a suit. It kind of breaks it up a tiny bit, and it kind of provides that new age, modern yet formal vibe. We are definitely looking at sweatpants. Foxy yoga pants, definitely we can take a look at that. And after that, from a design perspective, I'm not going to release any names right now. But we are talking with some of the major artists in the crypto market space, in the crypto art space, to actually release some very limited editions, very limited production runs that are going to be coming soon. I see actually a comment. Athlete is saying, and I think Fox Yoga is saying, yoga pants, please. Lululemon pants are standard in yoga pants. Fox Yoga and Athlete. Actually, I do pair my elite tops with Lululemon runners actually, and it looks amazing, right? So I have these gray runners from Lululemon, paired up with the hoodie and the t-shirt. Looks freaking amazing. So Alegria, I think that's what we're looking for in the future in terms of product development.
Perfect. I love the timetable and the numbers, right? It kind of like it incentivizes you to like, oh, I have to get this, or if I really want it, I need to get it now because it's going to run out, or I have to wait until the next production run. So it's really cool, and you can tell that it's not about profitability, right? Like you're not making
Not at all.
thousands. It's just a good product for people that need it, well designed, amazing.
I think profit comes with truly answering the need of the customer, and at the same time truly building a community and fan base around a brand that increases it to scale. So I can tell you, if you look at the cost of production for each of these items, you can imagine that it's actually a lot higher than most things in the market, right? At the same time, when you add on the quality assurance, when you add on the logistics and everything like that, particularly during COVID, profitability is not high on our list. The main thing for us is making sure that we deliver on an amazing product at a very good value for all of the fans and all of the customer base that want to rep their inner gamer.
Excellent. A question here from Bitter on the digital wearable side. Where can we expect to rock this gear? I know you're a huge fan of Crypto Voxels, but now that Leandro is with us and he can make things for PlayStation 5 or whatever. Like the man is a freaking genius. Where do you think we can see these in what metaverse?
Yeah. So basically, the way that we're approaching it right now is that, so again, when we launch any physical item, we'll do a direct replica as well as an enhanced version. At that point in time, we'll decide whether or not that, and there are mainly two metaverses right now that we're looking at, right? We're looking at Crypto Voxels and you're looking at Decentraland. At that point in time, we'll decide, would this aesthetic, would this build look better in Crypto Voxels or would it look better in DCL? And then after that, based on that, we'll have a very relatively even split in terms of the way that we develop these digital wearables. So that if you're a huge CV fan, you're definitely going to be able to get your Elite fix there. If you're a DCL fan, you're definitely going to be able to get your fix there as well. I think there are restraints to wearables for each different platform. So every single thing that we do develop, we're going to be looking for the platform that can best represent, what that wearable is going to look like in the metaverse.
So people are excited to rep that gear. What is how does that work? Or what do you have planned for? You purchase. If you can give us the walkthrough of
Sure,
purchase and then.
So the way that it's going to work is this. So on December the 15th at 12 a.m. Hong Kong time, so that would be 11 a.m. December the 14th Eastern Standard Time, the Elite.pro website is going to go live. For those of you that have not visited the website yet, they are giving a free GG cap giveaway. So that's basically e1337.pro. You can sign up for that. I do think they have a few more days left. There was a huge demand not only from the blockchain community, but from the larger e-gaming or the larger gaming community. We have a huge email list down there. If you guys do want to get on that cap, you guys can feel free to visit that website. But we will open on December the 15th, 12 a.m. Hong Kong. Basically, you got to sign up for an account, and signing up for an account, you can sign up with your email, you can sign in with Facebook, or you can sign in with Google. Pretty much then it's just a whole vault and wealth of information about all of the wearables, about the brand. We have a couple of blog posts up there that people can look through as well. And then after that, it's time to go shopping. So, once again, we have all of our items there. We have a lot of photo model photos so that you can actually see the way that it looks on different sizes of different people. For males, one of the things is because we're unisex size based, and I saw some questions about female sizes just now. We are unisex size based. So essentially, what that means is that all males need to buy one size up. I cannot stress that enough. All males need to buy one size up for both the t-shirts as well as the hoodies. Once you actually purchase, once you go through that, adding it to your shopping cart, we are using Shopify to power the payment process. So you can pay with PayPal, I believe you can pay with Google Pay, you can pay with Apple Pay, you can pay with Visa, Amex, MasterCard, and Discover. And then after that, you receive an order confirmation. In that order confirmation email, it will ask you for your F address. And then basically, once you provide us with your F address, 30 days later, once we're very sure that there are no more exchanges or there's no more returns, what we will do is we will not only send the LEET tokens to that F address, but we will also send the authenticity token to that F address. Moving forward, we're looking to integrate Web 3.0 with the website. And basically, the place where you're going to be able to buy those wearables is actually on our website as well. So once again, we've thought, I hope you guys can see is we've given it a lot of thought in terms of what does the customer flow look like? What is the most efficient way to do this? We tried to make it as frictionless as possible.
Excellent. Sounds like a plan, but with this scarcity, we need to be fast. We need to be fast. Another question that I had, it seems like we're going to be introducing a lot of gamers, mainstream gamers, to blockchain technology. Do you think the world is ready, or do you think we'll have to do a lot of hand holding so people understand, what it means to have the authenticity token, get that cash back? Do you see any hurdles or?
I think one of the main reasons why we didn't put the F address entry into the checkout page was because we were worried that it might confuse some of the larger, the larger environment. And as an ambassador for Cryptoland, for crypto space, it's one of my passions to onboard more artists, more gamers, more people onto blockchain technology. Now, given that, I do think that Elite, as a successful gaming, esports brand, is going to onboard a lot of gamers into the crypto space. But at the same time, you guys know what my philosophy is when it comes to blockchain. I think that crypto is better money. I think DeFi is better financial services. But I know that NFTs are an essential evolution of digital ownership. NFTs is not a matter of time. The time was here 2 years ago. The only thing we're waiting for now is really adoption, right? So basically, with so many people gathering digital assets, with the need to prove scarcity for valuable items, I think it's just going to be a natural progression. And I think the NFT space, rather than people entering NFTs through crypto, I think actually NFT land actually serves as a better entry point for people into crypto through NFT land, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, totally. It's kind of like a non-scary way of joining the blockchain, and it's something that a lot of people can understand. They understand loyalty tokens. They understand physical hoodies.
Correct.
And then once they have this NFT and they find out that they can wear it in this virtual world, I think we'll see some interesting things happen.
I mean, how scary is a crypto kitty, right? I think it's probably the most friendly way to incorporate people into the blockchain space. Really, just using NFTs, and I think a lot. Again, we know that crypto tends to be relatively territorial, so people do need to start looking beyond, just my F holdings or just my Bitcoin holdings, and really see the bigger picture.
Cool. Yeah, no, crypto kitties are super friendly. You know, the getting ETH and Coinbase and all that. You know, that's the scary part. But you know, if you just buy a hoodie and you get deposited this NFT and you can do something with it right away, it removes that oh, I have to sign up for a thing. You know, so I'm excited about, you know, a bunch of new people coming in and finding out about what we've been doing for the last 3 years.
It's coming.
But
I can tell you, it has to come, Alegria, because again, you're looking at a world whereby, you know, the three, you know, I keep saying that the trend is your friend, right? And I know that we're detracting from a tiny bit of the conversation, but we say the trend is your friend. And, you know, the first thing is that the entire world is going digital, right? I think, honestly, I think a lot of young people, they have more assets in Fortnite or in CSGO or in games than they have in, you know, or comparable amount of assets in the digital land versus what they have in real life, right? So there has to be a way to be able to prove the scarcity and prove the provenance and be able to trade those digital assets freely. The second thing is that you have, you know, everyone on a screen, right? And you know, when you have everyone on a screen, it makes sense that that shift to digital assets, digital collectibles is inevitable. The third thing that you see is, you know, when it was during your parents' age or our grandparents' age, you know, they were able to purchase a house with 1 or 2 years worth of salary, right? And a decently sized house at that. When you look at the economy today, young people, you know, they could work for the next 50 years and not be able to afford a space of sizable amount to stay in, right? And, you know, with that shrinking of space, you have less places to put physical assets. Where is the space that is unlimited and you can hold as many things as you want? It's on the web, it's in the ether, right? So digital collectibles and the digitization of physical products is inevitable in my mind.
right, and you seem to be pretty good at determining where things are going. So you know, I definitely, you know, keep my eye out or ear out to anything that you mention or say. Do we have any more questions from the chat? We're on. We are about 5 minutes to the hour. Not that we have a strict schedule, but let's
I
see.
saw actually a few questions, more custom questions. I mean, if you guys are looking for a custom order, again, it might take more time. You know, we could do it. But you know, again, one of the easier methodologies might be to receive the blank hoodie and be able to etch what you want on the sleeves and whatnot. But at the moment, I think with the size of the operations, we're a little bit hampered in terms of being able to do custom orders. But would love to do that in the future, actually.
Cool. Yeah, everyone wants their gamer tag right on their hoodie. So yeah, if we can't get it done, I know a seamstress. We can send all the hoodies there.
Okay. So I know, again, I know that we have a lot of things planned for today. I'm excited to tell people about what's coming next. So you know, I just, you know, I think we're going to do a couple of things today here, right, Alegria?
Yes.
The first thing is this was the interview in the AMA. Thank you for all of the questions. Again, if you guys ping me in the Discord, be more than happy to elaborate on anything that I spoke about today. You know, again, at the end of the day, we're a small boutique brand with a big vision, but you know, has an extreme focus on quality and the customer experience. When you guys do order and when you guys do get your package, make sure you guys do show me some photos, and I think you will be surprised by the entire experience as a whole. And I'm not talking about just the product itself. In terms of loyalty tokens, I know that for today, Alegria and I plan to do quite a bit of things. The first thing that we are going to do, you're my heart and soul, Whale family. You are my family. And what I want to do is make sure that you guys do have a taste in the success of Elite. So the first thing, I did release a white paper on Elite, on the Elite token itself. And I'm going to be very proud to say that I am going to be sending quite a bit of Elite to the vault, whereby that will be kept for posterity, as well as if through the DAO, if you guys do decide to distribute it out, we could definitely do that as well at a future date. The second thing that we're going to do, and I do live up to all of our promises, is we're actually going to drop some Elite. So this, You guys will be the first people in the world to hold lead. All right. Um, Again, when you're looking at lead, when you're looking at lead, basically it is 5% of 5% of a purchase price. And while that seems large in terms of cash back, but at the same time kind of seems small, saying, hey, it's worth 5 cents. I want you guys to consider this: the amount of lead that we're dropping today. In order to have that amount of lead, a purchase of an elite item would have had to be above $100. All right. So that's where I'm gonna be putting this. And you guys are gonna be way ahead of the races in terms of this. We're gonna drop it in two types. So we're gonna drop it in two steps. So the first step is I'm going to drop a certain amount of lead to each dolphin each. After that, I'm going to drop a certain amount of lead to each shark each. And then after that, I am going to drop a certain amount of lead for each whale. All right. So those are the three roles that are going to be receiving lead. After that, and Alegria, I think it's about time to announce the Discord, isn't it?
Yes, yes. Let me do the honors of putting the Discord name or the Discord link. If I can do that now, actually, so maybe GGN can help me over there with managing the influx of members real quick.
Absolutely.
Once.
So what we're going to do here is there is a separate Discord that has been specifically set up for Elite as a brand. Again, it's a non-competing Discord channel specifically for Elite. Again, it's mainly used for the building of the community of the collectors of Elite products. We might have some gaming events on there now and then, but it's mainly product geared, so that if you guys do have questions about the product, if you guys do need customer service, if you guys do need any more advice, that channel is there for you. So totally separate and non-competing channel on Discord. If you are looking to become a part of the Elite community, please go ahead and do that. I'm sure that Alegria will drop that channel the address of that channel in the Discord shortly. All right. Mainly focused on
few astute members have.
They've already figured it out, have they?
Yes,
my headphone is buzzing off the my headphone is buzzing off the wazoo. All right, so basically what you have is, again, the Elite channel is mainly focused on customer service, Elite fandom, as well as, if you guys want to share your experiences with Elite and you want to talk to us about products and you want to talk to us about experiences, that's very much what the channel is for. No doubt there will be integrations of events with Elite into the Whale server. Once again, same founder. And basically what happens is that we're going to have a lot of fun together. So I am going to drop Elite in the Whale channel to all role holders. After that, everyone needs to go to the Elite channel, and we are extremely, extremely lucky to have a party going on. Heather will be dropping some beats shortly, and during that time, I will also be dropping some lead there for all of you. So basically, again, to get the lead in the Elite server, you do not need to hold a role, right? At least for this second stage. I will be dropping some lead down there during Heather's DJ set. And then after that, the third and final stage is sometime during the launch of the website itself, or perhaps maybe a few days after the launch of the website itself. I will be dropping another bunch of lead to all of the elitists who are on the Elite channel. All right?
Excellent.
Does that sound like a plan?
It sounds like a hype plan.
It sounds like a hype plan. So we have a 3-drop system. Whales, dolphins, sharks, all getting Elite, all getting lead right now, right here in this channel. Second step, make sure you make your way across to the Elite Discord. I will be freely dropping lead down there as well. And then after that, you guys will have about 1 to 2 weeks to be able to claim an elitist role. And then after that, I will be doing one final inauguration drop, probably within 1 week of the launch of the website on December the 15th. All right.
Excellent.
So who's ready? Who's ready to get some lead?
Drop that. Dun, dun, dun.
Who's ready to get some lead? Where should we start? Where should we start?
Oh man, biggest to smallest or smallest to biggest? I don't know. Let's go with Shark. It's the middle, right in the middle.
It's the middle, shall we? All right, let's try that with Shark.
Cool.
Let's see here, and I'm gonna actually up the bounty a little bit from what we originally planned, my friend.
Oh man, you're making budget changes on the fly. I gotta call my accountant now.
All right. So, dude, it's tip roll, the amount, the name of the currency, and then each, right? Is that what it is?
Correct.
Okay. Let's see if this works here.
Ooh. Oh, snap.
Tip CC running.
Oh,
So
15. I mean, what could it translate to?
What's 15 divided by 5%? So what's 15 divided by 0.05?
Someone with a big brain tell me.
I got it. I don't have a big brain, but I have a calculator. So in order to get that amount of elite sharks, basically what you would have had to do is you would have had to have purchased $300 worth of elite gear. So that's what we're giving away to each shark today. That's $300 worth. That's $300 worth of purchases, but instead we decided to give it to you guys in the elite token. Again, make sure you keep it. When the metaverse clothing and apparel comes out, make sure you guys save it up for that. There is going to be some very epic things coming in from Leandro and the Voxel Architect teams. You've seen their work. Who's up next, Alegria?
Let's go with the Dolphins. I know they're ravenous for this.
You going for the Dolphins? They're ravenous? They're ravenous?
Yes, drop them.
I actually love our Dolphins. So I am going to do this here. And after that, let's see here.
What's cool about you and having the whale social token is that, now that we're being rewarded for every new company that you are starting is pretty wild. I know other social tokens are kind of structured that way specifically, but this is huge. Just because we're whale fam, we're on the same boat.
Again, you guys know that this is a lifelong project for myself as many of the leadership team. Whatever we do, we hope that the community benefits as well. So without further ado, let's drop some lead for the Dolphins. And this is going to be a ginormous amount. Let's go.
Whoa, okay.
That is 2 times than what we originally planned to drop.
Yes.
And once again, in order to be able to have received that, divided by 0.05, you would have had to spend $200 on elite gear.
Sweet.
Dolphins, we love all of you. You're the backbone of the community. Just thank you for joining us and being a part of the whale community as well as everything that we do.
As a dolphin, I thank you, sir.
You are very welcome, my friends. And we got Tipbot doing the calculations down here, right?
Yeah, it needs a calculator too. The Discord is filling up. People are hyped. People are chatting in there, I think, more than the stream text. Like, oh, a new comfy roomy server.
Oh, it's brand spanking new. Why don't we urinate all over it and be territorial? There you go. Look at that. 10 lead each to every single dolphin. And I'm sure it's not done. Keep going. Is it done? I think it's done.
We have a really good number of dolphins actually today. I checked the count. It's 300 and over 300 dolphins, which is dope.
Gotcha.
Especially moving to this new role bot thing. Yeah.
Look at that, Sturek leading the pack with 25, and look at some of these members.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right, so once again, the starting role that we ever developed here at Whale was Whale, right? And again, they were the people that showed the example of holding. They were the example of people that showed what whale could be. Honestly speaking, they might have actually been the people that took us out from 20 cents all the way to $4 to $10 and holding ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are whales,
So,
my fellow
so
whales, are you ready?
let's do it. Give it to us. Well, some of these people with 25 elite balance, that means $500 basically that you would have had to purchase. So
That is correct. You
come,
would have. So for those who are holding both the dolphin and the shark roll, you guys would have had to have bought $500 worth of elite products to be able to get that amount. Um,
jeez.
Wales, thank you for all the support. You guys have not only given me support, you guys have given the community guidance. When you guys have come to criticize, you've done it in an epically humble and respectful fashion. I love all of you, and this is just a very special thanks from me to all of you.
Yes, the whales are very special. They have an access to you and your knowledge kind of at their fingertips, and you probably learn as much from them too because everyone there is kind of involved in some project in one way or another. So it's definitely a lovely channel to go and look up info.
Absolutely. I mean, we wouldn't be where we are today without the whales. Pretty much, and the community might think that in the whale channel everything is hunky dory and we agree on everything. I can tell you it's actually the reverse. They act as the devil's advocate. They provide and they challenge the leadership team to do things better, right? So that's just a huge thank you to me. Just going through this interview, I know we had an original amount planned. But what I wanted to do, again, just going through this and seeing the amount of love and support that we have down here, I'm just so thrilled to be able to share in the success as well as the future of this project with everybody. All right.
Excellent stuff. The whales have now gotten 25 elite tokens.
And basically what you have is you got people with 50 elite tokens, and basically in order to have gotten 25 elite tokens, one would have had to have spent $500 on the elite store. At the same time, we have members who hold all three roles, and once again, thank you to all of you for again showing a strong example of holding. For 50 tokens, you would have had to have spent $1,000. You guys would have had to spend $1,000 in order to get 50 elite.
So yeah, elite token is definitely something that's going to be a bit more scarce than whale. Is that a correct assumption?
It is because, again, the majority of elite is being distributed through purchases on the website. Once again, we plan to be here for a very, very long time. 70 to 80% of the supply is actually all going to be distributed based on the based on their purchases. And in that sort of a circumstance, it is going to be relatively scarce. And moving forward, the amount that we are going to drop in terms of community events has to be relative to that value. So yes, the short answer to the long answer to your short question, Alegria, is yes. It just by nature, because it's a loyalty token and because it's based on purchases, it has to be more scarce than whale is.
Awesome. Yes, because it is a bit different tokenomics there. All right, guys, it's been fun. It's been real. See ya over there. Peace.
Alegria, thank you so much, bro. Always enjoy speaking with you.
Nah, man, it's always a good time listening to you. You always blow my mind, even though we speak every day. So I can't wait. I'll see you over there, man.
All right, I'll see you guys in the elite server.
Peace.